Hello and welcome to the Cubbears fan report for June 22nd, 2025. I am in a new location. I have moved to Pensacola, Florida. That's a long story and I don't intend to share it here. But the Cubs played yesterday. It was the first day of summer in Chicago and all around the Northern Hemisphere. And the wind was blowing out. And I remember those days when I used to play baseball in Chicago in Rogers Park, and sometimes the ball would just take off in that wind. And that's what was going on yesterday. The Cubs started the game with 2 home runs in a row. First pitch was taken out of the park by Ian Happ, who had a happy Father's Day with a walk-off win on Father's Day. So Happ has had a great week. He's been launching the ball. He hit his, I think his 11th home run is what they said. It's been a slow start for him, but he's really starting to hit the ball, and he's just launching the ball. Wrigley Field is a different ballpark when the wind is coming out of the south. I remember when I was a kid, I would get up in the morning, the Cubs would play during the day, and I would look and see if the wind was coming out of the south or the west, because if it was, I knew there would be home runs, and I was looking forward to a big day at Wrigley Field, because the Cubs were on WGN every day, and I could watch that if my sisters would allow me to. And sometimes they wouldn't let me watch my baseball game, and sometimes I'm still angry about that. But my sisters are great people, so hello Christine, hello Lisa. And Lisa has a son named Charlie, and I took him to his first Cubs game several years ago. I think it was 2019, I think. And he got a foul ball. Some sailors who were at the game gave him a foul ball. They actually gave him a ball that was tossed out into the stands, and they gave it to him. I don't know if he still has it, but he's bowling. He is 6'5", and now he makes me look like a midget. His mother's tall too, so it just runs in the family, but I did not get the tall guy gene. But it was a big day for the Cubs yesterday as they won 10-7 with multiple home runs. Kyle Tucker followed Ian Happ with a home run, and he has 700,000 votes for the All-Star game. And Pete Crow Armstrong is leading all outfielders with 1.1 million votes. And he's really been a big surprise. And he's a big reason why the Cubs are doing well. Ian Happ has 11 home runs. Kyle Tucker has 14. Bush hit a home run. A 12-run blast just over the screen in the right field. And then PCA hit one yesterday. 21st of the year. PCA has hit home runs off the scoreboard in right, and he just keeps doing it. I keep thinking, well, maybe he's going to start going for base hits and stolen bases, but he keeps hitting. He had a couple of hits yesterday, and he's really pitched well. Brad Keller got the win, and he's been pitching really well. Daniel Valencia got the save, even after giving up a home run, because the insurance runs really proved helpful, and the Cubs won 10-7. And Hancock took the loss as the Cubs were just launching home runs right and left. Bush has 12, PCA has 21, and I voted for the All-Star game. You can do that on MLB.com. You can vote up to 5 times, so I just kept hitting send. So I voted for BCA and Kyle Tucker. And I thought about Dansby Swanson, but I went with Lindor instead. But it's tough. And the Cubs are going to have some guys on that All-Star team. Shota Imanaga pitched a rehab start, and he's looking good. He's going to start against St. Louis in St. Louis this week. So that's good news. The Cubs are going to get better. The Cubs need to get better. And another thing with the All-Star voting is the pitchers are not voted for, and the Cubs have some candidates to be on the All-Star pitching team. Matthew Boyd, I want to talk about him. He almost got killed on Friday. He had a line drive right at his chest. It would have cut his head off if it hadn't got through. He caught it with his glove, just got it up there. I made a play like that once, and the ball hit his glove and followed through and hit his left arm through his right hand. It went like this, and he had to come out of the game. And the question is, how much rest is he going to need? How big is the bruise? Because that ball would have killed him. I've seen some balls come up. I don't know if anybody's been killed. I just remember Wilbur Wood broke his kneecap from a line drive from Ron LaFleur. And I know that because I was a Cubs and a Sox fan growing up, and I remember that making the headlines in the Sun-Times. As Wilbur Wood was the key guy back, I think it was like 75 or 76 sometime. And I still remember, it's dangerous. I had a line drive hit at me when I had to pitch, and I didn't throw very hard. I was coming in for relief in a 19-18 game or a 20-19 game with my Rogers Park team, and Dennis Heinman, who is still out there trying to make it as an actor. I will mention him on this video because one day he's supposed to become a world famous actor. That's what we have planned for him. In any case, I fell over and the ball didn't go as fast as I did. I'm laying on my back and I put my glove up and the ball hit in the glove. And I started laughing because I couldn't believe I caught the ball. I thought it was going to kill me too. And everybody's wondering when I'm laughing if I'm crying because I got hit by the baseball. I'm like, no, I just laid down and the ball hadn't passed me yet. Boom, put the glove up and the ball goes in the glove. If you get a nice soft glove, the ball will stick in it. But the wind and the sun was really challenging for Pico Armstrong as he had trouble judging the fly balls. But that's what happens. I've faced that too, where I've lost the ball in the sky and could not see it when I was playing in the suburbs of Chicago in my mid-20s. So it was quite an adventure out there. But Ian Happ misjudged the fly ball, but he made up for it with a diving catch later. And Pete Crow Armstrong had a rough day on Friday with multiple strikeouts, and he made up for some of the difficulty tracking the fly balls with a home run that put the Cubs over the top. So, it's Cubbears Fan Report. Please like and subscribe. I'm in Pensacola, Florida. I ran into a Cub fan at a thrift store. She was wearing a Cub shirt. Her husband's here with the military, and she's here with him. And I like to say hi. I do thank you for watching. I know it's been a little bit since I've done it. I had a trip to Las Vegas, and then I had to move down here. Some things changed in my life, and makes it a little bit tricky. Also, the Bears completed their mini camp, and they're going to start training camp on July 22nd. That's a month from today, and I'm excited. The Bears are excited, but we don't want to win the offseason only. They said the Bears won the offseason last year. They said they won it this year. We need to get wins during the season, and that's what we're going to be looking at with Ben Johnson, and there's a lot of optimism about that. Cubbears Fan Report, please like and subscribe for June the 22nd, and please leave a comment. If you don't like my mustache, I will change my facial hair. Go ahead and leave that comment too. I don't care. It won't hurt my feelings so bad. Tell me you don't like it. I don't care. Cubbears Fan Report, please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time.